Right, guys, I still have like 3 hours to go till my desired location in the Netherlands. I got my cup of coffee right here, so we still keep going. I just stopped at the tank station to tank a little bit. I just recorded a video like 3 hours ago when I first started the drive, and I talked about why self-improvement should be like the basis of your reality, and then everything that you built on top of that should be like your craft, the thing that you're trying to pursue, like the career that you want to build and stuff. And in this video, I've been thinking about a topic to talk about in front of a camera, and the topic that I want to talk about right now is I feel like you have to pursue passions in the real world. And what do I mean by that? Like, what do I mean when I'm talking about passions in the real world? I feel like as a man, especially as a young man, I also talked about this in my previous videos, you can watch that as well, is I feel like you just need to stop consuming content. I already talked about, like I said, in a video where I feel like it was titled The Road to the Self Has No Map. You can check that out. I basically talk about every single thing that we do because we're so distracted in the digital world. We just come from a very hard like working day, like we just come home from like the gym or like the 9-hour shift or something. And immediately what I do, and I think most people do as well, is like we go directly on like the consumer like content, you can say. We start to like open Instagram, we start to open YouTube, we start to open Netflix, whatever, and you start to let this information like dive deep inside of you, like without even thinking about it. It's very crazy to think about because you're not, most of the time when you're doing this, you're not really conscious of that. You're just doing it because you just want to do it. Like you're very much bored, you can say. And I feel like, seen from my own perspective, of course, it's actually causing a lot of like stress and bad habits into your life. And I'm talking to myself right now, hopefully for the people that are watching, is when you do that, when you consume a lot of content, what you're trying to do is you consume a lot, but you don't really take the action that is necessary in order to achieve the thing that you want to achieve. So I feel like when I'm talking about pursuing passions in the real world, I'm sorry about that, got distracted. Pursuing passion in the real world, I'm talking about going out there and not watching YouTube videos. Even this video right now, of course, you can watch it. I like it very much if you watch these videos, but you need to, like, if you want to like find out what your like your purpose is or what your mission is or what your goal in life is, I feel like you should take a step away from like taking advice, because at the end of the day, I also talked about this, there's a reason why it's called the self-improvement. There's a reason why it's called the self-actualization work, and the reason why it's called that is because it's about you. It's not about the person that you're watching the video on. It's not about all of these self-improvement YouTubers saying what you need to do. First things first, you don't need to do anything. At the end of the day, it's your life, and you decide what you need to do if you want to do it. I'm not knocking somebody else's advice down. I'm even giving advice in my own videos, so I'm not knocking like somebody else's advice down. That's not what I'm doing. It's more like, if you genuinely want to like pursue something real, pursue like a career, business, whatever you want in life, you can say, you need to go out there and you need to experience life in both sides of the spectrum. Because I always say this in every single one of my videos, I always say reality is the best teacher. Why? Because it shows you what you need to do. Like it exactly knows what you need to experience, otherwise you would not have experienced it. Like, there was a quote, once again, I've also talked about this in my previous videos, like walk on the path and the path walks on you. Basically saying that if you just walk on this path and you keep being consistent with the path and you just do whatever you need to do, you genuinely widen your horizon and you experience life for what it is, and you experience both sides of the spectrum. You experience the positive and you also experience the negative. I feel like you're gonna go way further than just following blindly advice. Okay, maybe I should like start a YouTube channel. Maybe I should need to get into this career. Maybe I should need to do that. Maybe I need to do this. Like, figure out what works for you and do that, especially that thing. And if you're just like go on YouTube 24/7, I'm a victim of this. Like, I'm not perfect. Like I said in my videos, I'm not perfect. I fall victim to this every single day, where you just go on YouTube or like any other social media platform, you just consume, like, okay, this guy's talking about this workout you need to do, so I'm gonna try that out. And then the next day, this guy's talking about that workout. Maybe I need to go on a cut again. Maybe I need to bulk again. Maybe I need to stop running. Maybe I need to lift weights again. Maybe I need to stop YouTube because it's oversaturated. Maybe I need to start this other business. Maybe I need to quit my degree and maybe start another degree. It's like, there are so many like paths that you can walk on where it makes you kind of like a little bit dizzy, you can say. And it's like, I've had this a lot of times where I genuinely wanted to start something, but then I did not start it. And the reason for that was because this thing is better than what I'm doing right now. When in reality, I get like a lot more joy out of the thing that I'm doing. But because the other thing is like more successful, like it gets more attention and attention, I just go and do that thing. When in reality, it's just not my, you can say, purpose. It's just not my mission to do that. And that's basically the message of this video. It's not going to be a very long video. I'm not really like going in depth about, you know, the metaphysics of it and like the spiritual side of it, like the mental side of it, the physical side of it. I'm just more saying what's on my mind without a script. Basically saying that if you genuinely want to pursue something, and I'm talking to myself as well, like I said, you just need to go out there and you just need to do it. Because reality will show itself to you. It will show you like, okay, you're fucking up on this one. Maybe you should stop doing that. And maybe you need to start doing this. Like reality will show itself to you. Because the universe, God, or whatever you want to call it, does not make mistakes. If you're experiencing something, you needed to experience that. There's a quote from Marcus Aurelius which I like very much. And he says that if something happens to you, like it was meant to happen since the beginning of time. I think it was from Marcus Aurelius, and it's just such a fact. I feel like if just something happens, you're pursuing a passion, you're pursuing something genuinely that you really much like, very much like, and something happens on that path, it was meant to happen. You just need to distill a lesson from that, and you just need to keep moving forward and just keep doing you. But I feel like if you hop on from this side to the other side, then you hop back, and then it's gonna, like, it's just a waste of time. You're gonna do this, and then you see the other businesses are doing like way better, so you're gonna do that, and then you're gonna come back, and then you say, you know what, all of these two things are just not made for me, man. I'm just gonna do something else. And then you do that, and then you quit that as well. Like, you're always jumping ahead. Like, I feel like you just need to follow a straight line. You just need to choose one or two things that you're very passionate about, like achieve total mastery. And of course, I'm not saying like you should neglect all of the rest of your life, because balance is also a very important thing. But I feel like if you just choose certain topics which you find very much interesting and you want to really like dive deep into them, you just do that for a very long time instead of like hopping on another. And that's basically what Robert Greene talks about in his book Mastery. I've also talked about it in my previous video, where he basically says that just do an apprenticeship. Like, try to learn, especially in your 20s, try to learn as many skills as possible in life, because that is what will bring you forward. Instead of like focusing on as many things as possible and getting no mastery over the other things, it's just not going to do you very much. Like, you should need to focus on one or two things and then going all the way with that. That's basically the message I wanted to give in this video. Hopefully you guys like this message. Pursue passions in the real world. Go out there, experience life, get your hands filthy. I'm talking to myself as well, like I've already told 5 times in this video. But go out there, experience life, like experience the negative sides of life, experience the positive sides of life, see both sides of the spectrum. Experience is what you need in life, and just choose what you do with it next. Because the question you need to ask yourself, because what else are you going to do?